In 2003, an event occurred in science that was forever going to change the way we practice medicine. And that was when the University of Pennsylvania completed the Human Genome Project. And what happened there was they identified every gene on every strand of DNA that exists in the human body. And why was that important? Well, since that time, scientists and innovative companies have developed ways to leverage that information to benefit each one of us. So what they've done is they've identified different tests that can affect the way that we practice medicine. So why is that important? Well, what it does is it allows us to treat you as an individual using your specific DNA combination on helping to guide us how to recommend a treatment plan for you. Well, first of all, let me distinguish it from family history. Family history is just a pattern that's happened through the years. We get different genes from different parents, and we're not our parents, but they certainly will identify what conditions we may be at risk for. That's when it comes into the assessment. So we do the assessment based on our family history. We do your plan based on your individual genes. So what do I mean by that? Well, there are genetic tests that we can do that are very reasonably priced these days and oftentimes covered by insurances, where we can identify what is the best diet for you. There's one gene type where you would do well eliminating fats as much as possible. A different genetic type of the same gene looks at focusing on carbohydrates. It'll tell us on how beneficial or detrimental alcohol may be for you. If a person is diabetic, there's one genetic type where they've got a 4-fold increased risk of having a heart attack. So we're very aggressive in treating that person. We're much more apt to use medications. There's another genetic test that looks at how well we're going to respond to the statin cholesterol medications. It'll identify which ones might not work for us, or whether we may need a second one because the statins are not going to work as well. So there's lots of tools that we can use within the genetics, and there's more coming out all the time. It's just one more example of how we can treat you as a person and not a population.